Hello boys and welcome to Btried BroFive production, next part of Gender Bender. So let's see what more happened to Nathan. Come on now. Starting on the right here. How's that bro island you're holding up? It's a bit tight. Duh, bras are meant to be. Maybe I shouldn't bother wearing one. You seem to do fine without it. Yeah, but I have had these babies for years. I used to their weight. You're still a rookie. Hopefully I'll be turning back long before I get used to them. You know, I don't want to turn back. If you don't want to turn back, it's okay with me. If this makes you happy, then it's perfectly okay. Huh? What is it with everyone all of a sudden? Jack thinks I'm a ex-crossdresser, and you seem to be under the impression that I did this to myself on purpose. You don't have to lie to me, Nathan. We're a couple. We're both in this together. Okay, let me set things straight. This is going too far. I'm not enjoying this, and I had no desire to be a woman before this. This was all due to the unlikely lab accident that I had nothing to do with, and I didn't do this to myself on purpose. But you know your lab was researching gender-changing components, right? You clearly had some interest in this sort of thing. I had no idea about any of this. I started the lab to research drugs to combat hair loss, nothing else. There's our fortune, I think? Fortune? To be made in the field of pharmaceutical research. So you didn't have a secret desire to transform yourself into a woman? Not the slightest. I'm still not fully buying it. This wouldn't be the first time you only told me half truth. Actually, I've been meaning to ask you something that's been bugging me since the other day. Yeah? Are you still okay? I mean, I know me being turned into a woman has been making everything super confusing, but I am worried about where we stand after the other day. Nathan, you are a good guy. I guess I'm more of a girl at the moment. The thing is, I don't care what gender you are. I love you, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but I still have some worries. I try to be a better man for you. I just need to find a way to turn back into a man first. Can you promise me you're not spending any more of our money on crazy get-rich-quick schemes? Schemes, rather. I haven't touched a single cent. I can show you my credit card history to prove it. Then we are okay. I still love you. I love you too, Rose. So, do you think we should call off the wedding until we find a way to change me back to normal? Don't think you're getting out of the wedding that easily. If you're still a girl by the time the wedding rolls around, then we just both have to wear bridal dresses. You're kidding, right? Nothing is going to ruin my special day. Nothing. I need to go yell at the scientists some more. I spent the rest of lunch talking to Rose about the wedding and our future together. Although I could still sense some resentment coming from her about the business investment. It felt like we were getting back to where before the fight. Before the fight. Oates and I had been together for a long time now, and like most long-term relations, we had a few ups and downs along the way. The important thing was how we recovered from those disagreements, and I don't think we had anything to worry about. Although Rose still seemed to think I had turned myself into a woman on purpose. I'll deal with that later. It was time to get back to work. I was starting to get worried about those kids in the lab, so I decided to swing by and see what they were up to. I think you know why I'm here. You want us to turn you back to normal? What the hell happened to you, Derek? To Derek. My name is Dina. Not according to your contract, it isn't. Dina and I had a different reaction to the transformation than everyone else. She still transformed into a super sexy female, but it happened to stage over a few days instead of instantly like the rest of us. Really? Is that what actually happened? We only realized her body was still changing yesterday, after her breast had and hair spontaneously tripled in size in the late afternoon. So you're saying that any of us could suddenly transform into a big-breasted freak? Hey! Directly, yes. It's why Proteus developing a cure is taking so long. We still have so much more investigate. If we don't spend more time testing, we might only be able to make a temporary cure, or there could be all sorts of bizarre side effects. I guess I have no choice but to give you more time to research the tools. You two seem to know what you're talking about, so I let you continue for now. So they don't tell him about anything of those. If you make any progress, give me a call to my work phone. You'll be the first to know. I wasn't stupid. I know those two weren't telling me the full truth. It was time to take matters into my own hands. Hey, blue-haired girl. My name is Dan. And it's short for Danielle. Dan, I need you to ask you a question. Yeah? Derek transformed his body with the new drug he made, didn't he? That's why he has big hair and enormous boobs. Yeah? She tried to use a new serum on me, so I ran away and hid in my computer room for a while. I know those two were lying to me. Progressive changed my ass. Hey, I taught them well. Yeah. In all seriousness, those two were smart in keeping their mouth shut about what they were doing here. It meant they weren't telling everyone around the block what they were doing, which would mean no one would steal our information. In a business as competitive as ours, rivals had their eyes and ears everywhere, so keeping things quiet and under wraps was our key priority. The breast expansion and hair growth serum was interesting though. Ah, there you are, Nathan. Good afternoon, everyone. Glad you could make it, Nathan. Let's begin. As I'm sure everyone aware, Adam Pharmaceutical has just made a huge step forward in developing of reactional drugs. How is changing genders reactional? Let's just say you are shopping with a few guys and then you suddenly remembered it's your girlfriend's anniversary and you completely forgotten to get her a present. All you have to do is whip up some Adam brand electric babaloo, turn yourself into a chicken, model some lineage or on yourself, relationship saved. Electric boobaloo? It's a great name. No. That's seriously what you're calling this? I think it's kind of catchy. No, it's not. I would call it YV drug, for Yen switch drug. Actually, it would be GS. It's not a good name at all. It's stupid and you're just going to offend a bunch of people. I'm not offended. You're not a woman. I think it's a good name. It's not! 2 against 2. Aside from the tremendous amount of flack we'll get for marking it like this, don't you think we have a bit of problem? We still don't have any way to change everyone back after they transform, so it's not really a viable product. I'm sure those kids in the lab will work out the kinks soon enough. Otherwise, would actually sell. But they have to stand on the bottle, actually, that there are no way to change back yet. They're not kids, they're leading research in the top of their field. Who just so happen to enjoy giving each other enormous breasts. With something this big, we definitely need to do a few years of product testing and drug trials just to make sure it's safe. We still don't know if it's causes any side effects. It's a shame we don't have some less dramatic transformations to work with. Our research teams should be able to find a way to step this up slowly and build market interest over time, right? It's funny you should mention that. My team has already discovered a way to cause dramatic hair growth and breast size increasement with the new drug they discovered today. Oh, let's call that one electric boobaloo. Actually, that works with that one. Well, it would be more fitting. Why was your team researching breast growth? It's a long story. I would say just one of the scientists that transformed into a woman had really small breasts and she apparently wanted to get them larger without breast implants. We should introduce that drug into the dress code protocol for the ladies around here, am I right? No more shades in the dress code. Yeah, that might be taking things a bit too far. Yeah, it would. I never get to have any fun around here. Well, start working somewhere else then. Seriously, if he got fired somehow or left the job, that would be great. I want him out of here. I want him out of the story. I have more information for you tomorrow, but it should be obvious that we're on the cusp of something huge here. Make sure your team keeps working hard. I'm expecting great things from you, Nathan. Now on to the next order of business. Electric Boogaloo was a stupid name. After the board meeting was over, I decided to check on the nerds in the basement. I hadn't seen a single one of them all day, and that was never a good sign. I activate the fender of the elemental wood in assault mode. Magical Space Vortex cancel or out his attack buff, dropping his assault points below 1000, which means my Hex totem automatically destroys him. No! What does any of this have to do with working? We're waiting for some files to decrypt. We can't do anything until it's finished, so we thought we'd play a quick card game. That's not it. It's only been 5 minutes and it's not like we get proper breaks around here. You could surely do something productive, like clean up the place. It's a mess down here. Have some pride in your work. Who are you anyway? Oh, you didn't get the memo? I'm Nathan, and I'm also a woman now. You are? It's a long story and also none of your business. Jack did say a few years back that he suspected you were a woman disguised herself as a man, but I always thought he was crazy. He is. Although now I see you in a skirt, it all makes sense. Why were you pretending to be a man? Have you finished upgrading our servers yet? That's what we're doing now, but something fishy is going on. I keep detecting unauthorized data transfers, and I don't know where they're coming from. It's a new system, it's probably just a glitch. I don't know. Look into it. We can't have our data compromised, understood? It's probably nothing, don't worry about it. It's my job to worry about these things. Stop playing card games and get back to work. Got it. Whatever you say. 3, 2, 1. Ha! Relentless force cancels out your spike of Aegis card. No, my heart points. This isn't what I would call working. Hope they get fired. After roaring at the IT nerd for a few minutes, I went back to my office. I had a long day and I felt a good vent for some rage. Seriously, how hard was it to look at some computer screens all day? It wasn't rocket science. You could at least stay focused for a few measly hours a day. I don't mind to fire them both, especially the blonde one that kept giving me lip service, but I had more important things to focus on this week. Hey, sweetie. It feels weird when you call me sweetie now. You're the one who's meant to be cute and adorable, not me. So you think you're cute and adorable now, huh? That's not what I meant, and you know it. The meeting over there was not much else going on around here. What, want to head home? Sure, let's get out of here. I had enough of people staring at my butt as I walk around. That's your own fault for having such a sexy butt. So you think I'm sexy? You know it, babe. As far as things went, my first day at work as a woman wasn't really that bad. It wasn't perfect, but things were mostly under control right now. I still had a lot of work to do, but I was confident that if I kept this up, I'd end up on top. It was a badass manager, no matter what gender I was. I was really looking forward to having the night off though. I was exhausted. Oh, it feels good to be out of high heels. My feet are killing me. You get used to them after a while. Now I feel weird when I wear flats. I might have to buy myself shoes with a smaller heel. I don't think I can keep this up much longer. And don't even mention the dress code, I don't care. How about you kick back and relax? I make dinner for Shane's. You have had a pretty long day and it's romantic when people cook for her girlfriend anyway. You're my girlfriend, not the other way around. Not this week. Hey Rose? Have you thought about what we might do if I can't change back? I mean, it's not, I know it's still early days, but I'm 100% sure that find a way to change you back. I can't be the complicated. It's just the male and female transformation in reverse. It's easy. Not always. But if they can't, or if you choose to say like this, now that's something that will never happen. Then I'm sure we work something out. We're both adults, we be fine. But are you still attracted to me? Nada, we've been together for what, 6 years now? Even if you were in a horrible fire and ended up scarred free, I still want to be with you. Speaking of which, I had a look at your lab today. The place is not up to code. You're lucky all you had to deal with was a gender swap explosion. It's the death trap up there. But I'm not worried. I went through some experimentation in college anyway. This isn't anything new to me. You did? Hell yeah, I did. Or are you still in the mood for that sort of thing? Why don't you tell me? Rose forgot to make me dinner that night. I don't see any nipples. Seriously. Do we have to go to work today? Yeah, we do, sadly. I'm not sure. Yeah, we do, sadly. I haven't had that much fun since our anniversary last year. It was alright. Alright, really? Well, it wasn't bad, it's just... I need my dick back. Being stuck in a woman's body and having it to adhere to a ridiculous dress code wasn't that bad. After surveying yesterday, I wasn't really too worried about going to work anymore. It'd be fine. However, my hopes of this being an otherwise normal day were dashed the second I walked through the front door of the office. Boss? Yes, underling. We have an enormous problem. We need you downstairs right now, eh? I'm on my way. I got the firewall back online. Bit late for that, dude. We screwed. Who's screwed? Our service has been breached. Almost everything from our hard drives has been determined and uploaded to an unknown location. What? When did this happen? And why wasn't I notified sooner? We noticed a few deceptions last night, but it wasn't until this morning that we realized just how bad things were. The new service was meant to make our data more secure, not the other way around. Does this unknown party have access to our research data? If it's on the service, then yes, they would. Shit, this is bad. Maybe if you gave your IT department a bigger budget. Try to repair the server. Punch in some megabytes or whatever it is your nerds need to do to fix this. Don't let those bastards get any more data, understood? We're on it. I wasn't 100% sure which individual was responsible for this hack, but I had a good idea what company they were working on for. Yes, it has to be the bastards over at Boxes brand fucking Boxes. They completely taken over apparel and beach goods market, and now they're trying to their hands on scientific research. If I had a guess, I'd say they were probably responsible. They had their eye on our profit margins for years now. I know I should have crushed them years ago with our electronics division. The TVs have lower result and cost more. If I'd pushed just a little bit harder, then we would have this problem anymore. Honey, both you and I know that wouldn't have worked. At least I tried something. Do we have any proof that they were responsible? Not yet, we're still trying to lock down what data we have. Speak to the computer team and get them to run a disk on stick when they're finished. In the meantime, I need you to play things cool with Jack. If he finds out about this hack, he blame boxes and start a crazy corporate war that might lose because we don't have any proof they hacked us. The less Jack knows, the better. Actually, I would say lock down the servers first so no one can steal anymore, and then start hacking like hell to find out who steal the research. Of course, it's an unknown location, but it still can work. It's going to be pretty hard to keep this on the wraps, Rose. Just show off that cute bot of yours and distract him as much as you can. Yeah, no, yeah, no, not gonna happen. Well, just try and play it cool, okay? I won't do anything like that, but I take care of things. I know you will. This was going to be tough. Okay, Nathan, time to enter damage control mode. This is what we're good at. Stay focused. Most would have hacked into our computers remotely, but it's more likely they have an inside agent working for them. Anyone could be responsible. I need to get everything in order while simultaneously investigating who might be the mole. Rather than focusing on the person in particular, I should find out as much information as I can before jumping to any conclusions. Interrogate Natalia. Question Jack. I would actually think he's a bastard. Interrogate Natalia. Investigate the IT team. Well, this seems pretty freaky out, and if they actually were them, they should not have told me anything. They would just have played it cool like nothing had happened. In theory, Natalia Shin has been working there for years, at least as long as Jack. But Jack actually, I think is a bastard, so I'm gonna question him anyway. Jack's a wild card. I need to get him first and keep him away from the computer room. And if he was involved in the hack and selling us all out, then I can't let him know that we are onto him. I'm sure as hell not flirting with him though. Ew. Nathan, my main man. Who was secretly a woman? How's things? Good, you. I was just talking to Yakis and the marketing. He's with me on the idea we should make electronic boogaloo part of the women's dress code. We would be sued to death if we did that. The high heels are pushing as it is. Don't make me laugh, Nathan. It's fine. No, it isn't. Hey, don't go down to the IT department today. One of the nerds spilled their curry everywhere and it smells like death. Like death, you say? I need to smell this. What? Why? Because why not? Just stay away, okay? Now I want to go downstairs. Hey, we don't have any joint operation with boxes, do we? Like we haven't worked with them at all in the past, have we? I hate that company. I don't care if boxes make the comfiest boxes around. I still wear briefs and principal. I never deal with them, not in a million years. Why do you ask? I just think about marketing. For example, we could run a campaign to post billboards directly opposite their store, snarkily criticizing the product. You know, something like buy the pair of boxes that don't make your legs chafe and give you a hideous rash. It draw away business for the store and into ours. But we don't sell clothing, and brand boxes are really well made. They don't make your legs chafe at all. I thought you said you never worn them. I'm not wearing some right now. Not me. I never wear the ridiculous comfy boxes. I just boring old breeze for me. I bet you are. Prove it. Someone's suddenly keen to see me without pants on. Ah, I didn't mean it like that. You don't have to hold back around me, Nathan. I don't mind if things are a little freaky. I'm actually going to throw up right now. We need to hide, Nathan. I'm here whenever you need me. No need to hide, Nathan. I'm here whenever you need me. I will kill him. I will seriously kill him. He just gets more and more irritating. I need to wash my mouth out and listen to loud rock music or something. Anything to get the mental image of sleeping with Jack out of my head. I wouldn't get that mental image. Never. You. Never in a million years. How'd your investigation go? No big breakthrough yet, but I got a few leads I'm working on. And did someone digging around found out boxes own more than just a clothing store in the mall? They actually invest in coffee and are planning to open a few more stalls in the north end of the mall later this year. People only go to the north end of the mall for concerts. You have to be crazy to open a store there. This is just what I heard, but I think we should check it out. Want to head to the Sunset Blend for lunch? They might own the coffee, but who would in visiting the store help us with our investigation? I don't know, but I had a picture of their nachos on their website and I have to try them. Let's go get some nachos. Ah, yes. Boxes owned in multiple stores was hardly surprising. They prided themselves on being a mega corporation with no real speciality, much like Abdon. I didn't think coffee had anything to do with them stealing our research, but these plans for new stores were interesting. If we weren't careful, they use our finding to open a beauty salon to change your gender or something. We needed to be the ones who came up with that idea, not them. We were the ones who put in the groundwork, and I wasn't going to let them get away with this. It's not too hard, actually. All you have to do is get your hands on their computers, hack into them, and see if they have any of the main files or any of the research. If they do, then you got a mistake. Then you just need to get proof that you were the ones to come up with, and you can sue them out of all the stores. That's easy. You just need someone to hack into the computers. Well, that was at least that was all I had for Gender Bender this time then. So hit like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. BroFive!